my beautiful people, and welcome to a new sit down video. I am currently full of a viral infection, so please just ignore how my voice sounds. But today I've decided to film a video and show you guys my Junji Ito collection. Now, if you don't know who Junji Ito is, he is an author of manga that is horrific, gory, uh, just downright gross, but in the best possible way if that is the type of genre that you enjoy. So I'm going to show you today my complete collection that I have. It is not all of Junji Ito's works, but it is the vast majority of them. So I'm just going to delve right into it and show you guys what I have. Now, if you are, I'm just putting out a little disclaimer here, a bit sensitive to holes, beasties, eyeballs, really gruesome things, then Junji Ito might not be for you. So I would maybe have a little look into it, but I'm going to show you some of the illustrations in this video to give you a rough idea of what you are going into when you pick up a Junji Ito. Now, Junji Ito books do tend to be on the more expensive side when it comes to manga. You can usually pick up manga volumes ranging from £5 to like £9.99, but the Junji Ito ones do tend to be a bit more expensive, and they are generally hardback, so it is worth the investment in my opinion. But if it's not something that you're 100% sure about, then maybe it is quite a large investment to make for you to not like it. But I'm just going to delve right in and start with, in no particular order, No Longer Human. Now, with a manga, they are backwards to the way that we read them generally. So this looks like the front cover of a book, but it's actually not. It is the back, and this is the front. So this is No Longer Human by Junji Ito. This one, oh, I thought there would be a description of what it was, but there's not. But there's a little bit here about Junji Ito, and it says Junji Ito made his professional manga debut in 1987, so he's been on the go for quite a while, and since then has got on to be recognised as one of the greatest contemporary artists working in the horror genre. His titles include Tomi and Uzumaki, which have been adapted into live-action films, Gyo, which was adapted into an animated film, and his short story collections Fragments of Horror, Shiver and Frankenstein, all of which are available from Viz Media. Ito's influences include classic horror manga artists Kazu Umezu and Heidishi Hino, as well as authors Yasutaka Totitsu and H.P. Lovecraft. I have just butchered a whole list of names there. You're very welcome. But yes, so No Longer Human. It is a really cool cover. So it has a design on the inside. Like I said, some of these images might be a bit gruesome. If you are not into that type of thing, then please click away. But yes, this is one of his novels, and I'll just show you some of the artwork. I really like it. His style is just definitely my cup of tea. There's a big mix between illustrations and words, and I feel like it's a really nice balance. His stories are really creepy, really bizarre. Some of them don't make a lot of sense to me, but yeah. No Longer Human. I've not actually read this one yet. This is still on my list to read, so I'm quite looking forward to when I pick this one up. Then I've got Deserter. Again, it is a hardback, and the cover is just a little bit gruesome. This one says, an ever-increasing malice, you're gonna have to excuse all of my speaking today. A mind-numbing terror. See the seeds of horror sown in this collection of Junji Ito's earliest works. A vengeful family hides an army deserter for 8 years after the end of World War II, cocooning him in a false reality where the war never ended. A pair of girls look alike, but they're not twins, and a boy's nightmare threatens to spill out into the real world. This hauntingly strange story collection showcases a dozen of Junji Ito's earliest works from when he burst onto the horror scene, sowing fresh seeds of terror. So that one is an interesting one, but you can kind of see his artwork change as his career progresses. So this is his earlier work. So this was made in what year? Let's see when this one was released, if it's going to tell me. Might not tell me. I think it was printed in 2011, but it is some of his earlier stuff, so maybe this is from the 1980s, 1990s, but that is kind of the artwork in this one. And if you compare it to No Longer Human, which I believe was 2017, oh, I can't show you that page. There was a bit of a nakey there. But yeah, you see quite a vast like change in art style. Again, price wise, I forgot to kind of say how much these are. So this one on the back of it says $18.99. You can probably get it from other places for cheaper. I think I got the majority of mine from Waterstones, and they pretty much are true to what the prices say on the back. No Longer Human is showing us $27.99. So they do vary in price, and like you said, it is quite a lot of an investment if it's not something that you're sure you're going to enjoy. But if you like creepy, bizarre, and like really weird shit, then you are going to love Junji Ito. The next one I'm going to show you is Smashed. Again, the covers are just phenomenal, and this is a story collection as well. And why did I open up to every page that's a little bit rude? Just make sure there's no boobs in anything on this. So yeah, this is the style of this one. And Smashed is 13 chilling nightmares presented by the master of horror. Try not to be noticed when you eat the secret nectar, otherwise you'll get smashed. What horrific events happened to create the earthbound people tied to a certain place for the rest of their short lives? A strange haunted house comes to town, but no one expects it to lead to a real hell. Welcome to Junji Ito's world, a world with no escape from endless nightmares. And this one was priced $15.99. So these two are both very similar, like in size. But this one comes in at $18.99 and this one's $15.99. So I don't know how they work out their pricing for it, but there we are. Then I have got Uzumaki. Now, I could be pronouncing this completely wrong. I really hope I'm not. So this one is about a small fog-bound town on the coast of Japan that is cursed. According to the main character, that I'm not even going to attempt to butcher their name, the withdrawn boyfriend of teenager Kiri Gushimiya, their town is haunted not by a person or being, but a pattern. Uzumaki, the spinal, the hypnotic secret shape of the world, this bizarre masterpiece of horror manga is now available in a single volume. Fall into a whirlwind of terror. Now this one was priced at $17.99. This one's huge. The pricing makes no sense, but this one has got, there is even some coloured illustrations in this one, and I also really like pick the illustrations in these ones. Like I said, they are really bizarre. I mean, what on earth, cover that, what on earth is this? Who knows? But yeah, these are the ones that you will see more of in the likes of Waterstones. This one and Gyo, so I'm going to show you Gyo next. That one is a little bit smaller than Uzumaki, but this the death stench creeps Gyo. So this cover is actually one of his plainer covers. All the other ones are kind of more, well, this one's kind of plain as well. But compared to the likes of like Smashed and Deserter, these ones are just a bit more tamer. But yeah, they do have some pretty gross stuff here. I'm going to show you an example of some of the things that you can expect. Like I said, eyeballs are a main theme in Junji Ito's work. And I'm just going to show you again, beautiful illustrations. He is like the king of horror manga, in my opinion. There is probably others out there. I have never ventured further than Junji Ito because I just get my fix from Junji Ito. But we are going to move on to the next book before I just give him all the praise. The next one is Love Sickness. Now, I read this and absolutely loved this, but one of the stories was just really weird. So this is an intoxicating beauty turns a small town into a bloody hell. The main character returns to the town where he once lived when rumours began swirling about girls killing themselves after encountering a bewitching, handsome young man. Harbouring his own secret from his time spent in this town, the main character attempts to capture the beautiful boy and close the case. Starting with the strikingly bloody Love Sickness, this volume contains 10 stories showcasing horror master Junji Ito in peak form, including the strange Hikizuri siblings and the Rib Woman. And this one is priced at $18.99. Like I said, you can get them in like Amazon and stuff a little bit cheaper. But this is some of the illustrations in this one. And again, absolutely love it. I am here for all of this horror manga. The next one I'm going to show you is Shiver. Look at this cover. I think this is one of Junji Ito's like covers that is my favorite. There's just so much going on and you don't really know what's going on, and that is what I love about Junji Ito. This one includes 9 of his best short stories as selected by the author himself and presented with accompanying notes and commentary, which is quite exciting. I have not actually got round to Shiver yet, if I remember correctly, but yeah, if you don't like holes, now I know that sounds really bizarre, but I know there's people out there, if you don't like holes, look away right now. I'm warning you, look away, because on this page we've got holes and we've got beasties. Yep, gross. And this one is valued at, well, priced at $15.99. Then I have got one of the newer ones, which is called Censor. I really like the design of this one. I really like the sort of browns and the purples and then the gold writing. I just think that it really makes this book pop. This is a really short one. This one's priced at $15.99. And it said, did she wander in or was she drawn in? Now, I have not read Censor yet. That is on my list to still read. But this is one of my most recent ones that I've picked up. I think this was the last one that I bought. But yes, again, amazing designs. So this one, I believe, is this newest one, or it could possibly be Venus in the Blind Spot. I'm not sure. These are definitely his newer ones anyway, and they do have similar kind of styles with the writing and the covers, and they're kind of the same thickness, whereas the other ones are like compilations of stories. But yeah, so that was Censor. Now I'm just going to show you Venus in the Blind Spot while we're here. Again, beautiful cover, eyeball because signature. And then I'm just going to show you, this one has slightly different styles to it. There seems to be more white on the page. A lot of his illustrations tend to be quite dark, and this one just gives me all of the, like, it just feels a bit cleaner, the design, and also just more white on the page. So I don't know if that just makes it pop more, but everything does usually seem to be darker. So that is quite interesting. So I'm quite looking forward to reading this just to see why the style has changed slightly. It could just be the way that he's kind of decided to go for a change. And then next up we have got, now that pile is getting dangerously high, we have got Frankenstein. This is Junji Ito meets Mary Shelley. So Mary Shelley is the original creator of Frankenstein, and this is Junji Ito's take on it. And it says, the master of horror manga bends all his skill into bringing the anguished and solitary monster and the fouler beast who created him to life with a brilliantly detailed word for which he is known. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce it. Also included are 6 tales, a high school student who lives in a decaying mansion connected to a haunted parallel world, uncanny doppelgangers, unfortunately murdered friends, and a whole lot more are in store for him. Bonus, the Ito family dog, thrilled to the adventures of Non-Ito, an adorable Maltese. And this one is priced at $15.99, and I've read this one and I absolutely loved it. This is maybe a good one to start with, I would say. I think this was my first Junji Ito that I read and I just fell in love with it, because I've always liked Frankenstein's Monster by Mary Shelley. I like the original 1930s versions like of Frankenstein, like the original black and white ones. Really, really like them. So I wanted to see what a horror manga was like, and this is where I started. So this is how my journey of my love for Junji Ito came from. So if you're looking for a starter one, highly recommend. And then the last one I have is Ramina by Junji Ito. Now this is very similar design to Venus in the Blind Spot and Censor. Again, this is one of his newer ones. And we have kind of went to the darker pages again. So it could just be that Venus in the Blind Spot is just brighter for some reason. But yes, his more classic style is darker pictures. And I am 100% here for it on every page. Now, I hope you guys have enjoyed that. That was quite a chatty Junji Ito collection video. I am going to be doing more collection videos soon, so please keep an eye out for them. And yeah, have you guys read any Junji Itos? If you have, can you let me know if any of the ones that I don't have that you would highly recommend that I need to go out and just buy now. If you aren't sure about Junji Ito and you want something a little bit tamer, I am going to come with a video that kind of has tamer themes than Junji Ito, because he is a bit in your face gore and I know that's not everybody's cup of tea, but yes, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video and I will see you all next time. Bye!